I don't know how to start this video, but but okay, this is my spiritual awakening video. I wanted to like it. So, first time I ever got a spiritual awakening was when I was 15 years old. When I was 15 years old, I was in a dark ass situation. I was in a dark mind space. I just had a lot of bad habits and shit. Literally at not 13, 15. When I was 15, I was in middle school and I really didn't have anyone to relate to at the time. I'm sorry if I seem standoffish or rude or anything, but I'm really nervous. Felt like speaking on this because I feel like I don't know, maybe someone's gonna come across this video feel like, oh, they're not alone. So yeah, but yeah. When I was 15, I was just in a negative headspace, and people just didn't. I wouldn't say like there weren't people that didn't like me in school. I just, you know. So anyway, uh, I remember watching a lot of porn in middle school. I feel like that was I used to OD off porn, and I just remember falling into sleep to porn, waking up to porn, spending my whole day just watching porn and shit. So with that, one day, I had looked up the sleep paralysis demon, and literally not too far from that, afterwards, um, I had an experience. I fell asleep on the couch one day, and I was sleeping, and I felt something poking at me, and I think this was some sort of sleep paralysis moment where I actually uh I could see what was I could see my body sleeping, but I couldn't just I wasn't I didn't physically turn my head. So I look I feel something poking at my vagina. I felt something poking at my pussy. And like I don't know, I come out of my body or whatever, and it was that same exact picture of this sleep paralysis demon. I don't know how, but here's the thing. I because usually with dreams you don't feel things. With this I actually felt. So yeah, I it was poking at me, and I was trying to wake up, and I couldn't for a second. But then that's when I felt my body just come out of this I don't know. It felt like I was already awoke, but my body wasn't. It was an outer body experience. So that made me just like stop watching porn and masturbating for a really long time. And then yeah, I actually saw it, and it was strange. Another time was when, well, let me it's so I felt the shit that I would hear I would literally hear my name like being called Destiny, Destiny, and it wouldn't be anybody around me. It would just like, I wouldn't say it would be in my head because I actually heard my name like just, you know, being said. And then it'll be times where like I hear like certain crystals names. I don't even know like half of these crystal names. One day out of the blue, I just heard like lapis lazuli and shit. So I looked it up and it was like some shit for anxiety. And um I was like, yeah, it was at a time where I was like really dealing with anxiety and shit. And like the thoughts that like was running through my head and my mind was would always. So like I remember waking up the next day where I had to go to like when we were going to the hospital, saying like I don't want to do this shit. And I remember like looking at my phone right after I was thinking that, and I saw 444. 444 is like the synchronicity of like your ancestors and your family and stuff. So I felt like that was a sign that yeah, you're really going in the right direction. And like I just never like signed so clear. I remember just being so bamboozled by it. Like, wow. Like I can't believe like I got like confirmation. I mean, it happened to everybody, but like at a point of time where I was hopeless. So it just really shocked me. So like my biggest like, you know, I guess my very biggest like for me was this year. The biggest awakening that I had was this year um when I had to take someone to the hospital. It was someone in my family that I really loved dearly. Um, I had to pretend that my foot was like sprung or something, and I remember like that day, like I was like, "Oh, take me to the hospital," so that person can actually go to the hospital, not me. But I remember waking up the next morning like I should just not do this. So then that happened, and like right after that, like my like I had like a huge tower moment, like the tarot cards would say, and my life has literally never been the same. My mindset has never been the same. Every day we have spiritual awakenings, whether they're big spiritual awakenings or they're little, but we literally live on a universe where we're not the only beings on here. We don't sometimes half of the shit that we see or half of the shit that we don't see, we don't even know. And like, oh, that they're like weird or they're just like this side of life or like, you know, the spiritual shit is just like. So yeah, like I just watched a lot of shit go down in 2020. Everybody has. I just hope that this video has helped the person like who is really into this shit. Like, you know, you're on the right, you know, you're not the only one that's seeing things like, you know, fucking aliens and shit. Like, that shit's real. Like, don't ever fucking doubt your intuition. Like, don't doubt your suspicion of the unknown because the shit that like, we're told that's been ingrained in us or something, it's all been a lie. Like we've been lied to for the 100 years and shit. Like life isn't life is pathway. that we have to take to learn to make and create our own Bible, whether the person besides you agree with it or not. Because in the next 30 years, some of the shit that we thought that we knew is literally gonna be tossed out the window because to see that living in a lie, they've been in fear, and they don't even know who they are. So whether that person on the right agrees with you or not, make decisions for yourself, whether they're wrong or right. All the wrong rights, just making a choice is just a part of life. Whether that's the right. There's no right or wrong to life. Like, you just live it and you find what makes you pleasant. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion. Everybody feels a different way about like certain things. Certain things, yeah, I feel like, are forbidden. But most things in this like shit that we live in are like forbidden for what? And it's like, it gets talked down and judged on for what? It's basically like just what? I mean, everything I'm saying is cliche and shit, but shit, the truth, I don't know. I just saying shit because I'm bored and it's a Christmas night and I have nothing to do. So, if you like this video, I love you. If you don't like it, I love you too. If you hate the way I look, if you hate everything about this video, I love you even more. If you decide to like everything about this video or whatever, I love you too. That doesn't mean like, oh, just give out love to the world. I'm just in a place where it's like, fuck it, you know? Fuck it. Like, I'm not gonna be mad at you unless I feel like there's a something that I feel like you're doing wrong in this world or abusing your power or whatever. And it's like, it is what it is. So